I mean, can this peaceful game open?
Yeah.
Lovely game, I love this game.
Okay, I've kicked
And
him off the
no.
cast.
Do I say is it casting? Sheesh.
Okay, they need to do pick ban still.
Yeah, we have 6 casters, let's go.
So is it a family-friendly stream type of vibe?
Of course it is. You want sponsors in the scene or not?
Cameron just messaged Tyreek and see if he's hard.
I mean, that's the
Oh,
call out
that
that
one,
all casters use. So, yeah, Riot has a swear allowance, and after that you get fined.
Yeah, it's like
As a caster.
$15,000.
Yeah. So the casters at the LEC, the LEC casters, Quick Shot, South African caster, like the biggest caster for the LEC, which is League, said 3 F words in the first series and drew their entire swear budget. Basically, he got fined. Good starting
Unlucky.
stream comms. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Huge fine.
We need like another screen, and it's just like bobbleheads of the casters. Ah. Got it. Analyst desk, caster's desk. There's nothing to speak about for the game because we need to see if they're going to pick bans. We haven't seen pick bans yet. I'm assuming some map like Pearl to come up from one of these new teams. Try throw another team sideways. Ascent's always a basic. A lot of teams just return to it.
Hell, I don't know. It
Really?
must be a bit hard to play on, especially if you're like a new team and you don't know comms well with each other and you can't util right. I don't rate Pearl, you try Pearl lots.
I think the thing is, some team in this tournament's going to throw another team sideways on Pearl, like we've seen teams in the Champions do.
Yeah.
It's an interesting map, but it does require a lot of comms. It's like Haven, right? Haven's the OG. We don't know, we know how to play as a team, so we'll common play retake. Map.
Yeah.
Bind was also really good for that. It's like it shows a lot of team basics in terms of like comming and rotations and retakes. You'll see a lot of that come out. So what do you expect? I expect definitely an Ascent to come out. Do you
I agree with you on Ascent.
What do you think is going to
Fracture?
come out?
Actually, I
Fracture?
I actually
think
seen a team pick Fracture, but mainly the teams that I've been going up against have been banning Pearl, so
Okay.
it's, I don't know, if they go up against people in Pearl that have been practicing, it's going to be a
it will
tough
be
game.
definitely very interesting.
I'd like to see Pearl just because I haven't seen SA teams play much Pearl at all. Yeah, I really have not seen it. So it'll be such a good thing to watch. Obviously, we're gonna see their basics because they're a new team. We're gonna see how they play together for the first time, the greater South African scene. It's gonna be interesting. You're a Trent. He also messaged me on Discord saying he's gonna kiss me. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Oh, hey. Think about that.
Sun's getting set up. What's it called? I want to see an Icebox get played by one of the teams.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Icebox?
I want to see an Icebox.
I always hated Icebox, and the more I play, Vox is single. No, I'm not. I'm basically married. She'll kill you. Straight up.
Yeah,
I hated Icebox. I hated Icebox with a passion, and I learned to love it. It's Viper's fun. No one said.
Viper's fun, that's the first.
I like Viper. Viper really shows team communication with that wall, bro. If a team is really bad and doesn't know how to communicate with each other, that wall does not get used correctly.
Yeah.
Viper is very crucial on maps like this, Icebox, for example. Especially on
Icebox,
Breeze.
Fracture.
Breeze is
Those are a lot more structured.
definitely a Viper map.
It's interesting how Viper found her place after not being used at all for the longest time. Those maps basically got designed to utilize her, which is pretty cool. And then we saw that double controller meta we had on Vine, where you played Astra
Yeah.
Viper for the longest time. I always wondered if that would dribble over to other maps, and you'd see like a Haven with a Viper Astra, but we never really got there because
That's
the
very
nerfs
difficult
came in.
though. With
It
that
is very
combination.
I've seen some really good Viper one tricks play on Haven with the second controller, and she's played like a pseudo sentinel, and she's really good for fakes and rotation. It's really good, but you won't see that anymore with the nerfs that came in.
Talking about the double controller box, also call it doing some scrims now and there. We've been seeing some teams try out an Omen and Viper.
Yeah, especially on Icebox, right?
I haven't really seen much Icebox, but on Breeze I've seen it a lot. Omen and
Breeze,
Viper.
okay.
It seems weird at first, but I think it could be helpful, especially with the
So
side
what do
speed.
you-
the big.
So what, do you take out the chamber for the Omen?
They're on zero duelist. Their duelist is basically their player.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I can see that working, but I can also see it just falling flat with no attack power.
Yeah.
So do they play a chamber in that comp? Do they play?
Yes,
they
they do play chamber.
KO, chamber, Viper, Omen, and what Sova?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, with the Sova, you have the initiation straight through the smokes the whole time. Like
Yeah.
you have the smokes, you have the Sova going, Sova drones go out. You have the KO knife. Then your chamber is pseudo duelist. No, I played that. It's just pseudo duelist.
Yeah.
Like Optic does with yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Chambers and ZA necessarily. Like I feel like I don't know if it's not a good pick for lower teams. I'd rather rate they go like different sentinel, especially if they can't hit their deagle shots 100% of
Yeah.
the time.
I mean, I struggle hitting my
Correct.
deagle shots. I'm horrible with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
absolutely horrible.
when you were playing for now let's say Rise, you had that player that was playing Chamber and like knew how the stuff worked and always hit his shots.
Yeah, if
With
you have a
lower
good chamber,
teams- with lower teams, it's kind of hard for that to
We had
happen.
Nightmare. He would play Chamber in KJ, and he was brilliant at it. Bye, Trent. Have a good one. It's yeah, you gotta find that Chamber if you want to play him. I saw
Yeah.
Kasparov pick up the Chamber for a while, and it was quite good. That was cool to watch. I think if you look at someone like Kang, I'm surprised he never transitioned to the Chamber, but he's so chaotic that I don't think would quite work for him.
Yeah, I feel you.
So are they gonna do pick bans? You see?
what happens? Where's the other three players though?
Yeah, we're trees. Chamber in SA has been hit or miss, but we have seen those dominant players come out with it. It's really fun to see. What do you want to see? What character do you want to see more of in SA? What character do you think like brings out a highlight reel that's surprising?
It's actually a
Um,
tough one.
yeah, it's got a tough one.
I miss our good Astra players.
Yeah,
Like
I still
miss.
feel from who asked, they still bring in the Astra every time Hex subs in. I've
Yeah.
seen that. And I
I
do
think-
feel that Astra can be powerful if the team knows how to work with it. If you screw up with the Astra, then it's not worth it because you have to be
Cooldowns.
you have to be quite consistent with it.
When
I used to
yes.
I used to like watching Caesar actually play
Yeah,
Astra.
Steve-
he was
Callum,
a
yeah.
Callum was a very, very, very good Astra.
It was
Still is.
Callum Thuy. Those were the two Astra players that really, really saw them do
Like,
things.
Callum on controller is it's a different breed.
Yes.
He's just mastered that.
He's mastered the art of ratting, yes. 100%. It's just such a rat that it always works out.
Literally.
That's sad. I wanted to see them. I wanted to see
I would like to
one of
see-
those maps. So
Yeah, so
I didn't see them stop Big Bang.
So they banned Pearl, banned Fracture, and now we're gonna see the teams start to pick their maps. Like I was saying, Vox, I saw the bans coming in for Pearl. Not a lot of teams want to play it. They also know it's new, and what's I call it? If you're not an experienced team, it's no point trying to gamble that Pearl game.
I
The
understand that.
fracture.
I think Fracture is a map that lower level teams should try master though, because I think a lot
Yeah.
of the high level teams still don't want to play that map. I think it's an interesting way to like quickly try get a map of a high level team is playing those maps that everyone hates in the scene. I think internationally Fracture has been loved. Fracture and Breeze have been like adopted by a lot of teams. So I think SA needs to realize that to catch up in a way like that, we need to work on those like maps that everyone hates.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
we're seeing a little discussion about servers here. What is your take on playing Bahrain versus London?
You know, Bahrain, giving comp on Bahrain is a gamble. It's a 50-50. The
It's
server
very
doesn't go down on you.
inconsistent. Yeah.
But at the same time, the server, I feel like there's more competitive edge on London, but than on
Yeah, but
Bahrain.
everyone's got similar on London, and the server's more reliable than on Bahrain.
And
Yeah.
Bahrain, I feel they go for flashy clips on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have no say in this because I get the exact same ping between both servers. 147 both ways, so it doesn't really make a difference. We're seeing the Ascent pick come
A
out.
sandpig. It's interesting.
So that I mean it's not
actually
surprising, it's
expected. It's
basic
actually
map. Everyone knows how to play it. Even your granny knows the callouts. It's super easy. Played at a high level, statistically defender sided. One of our only maps that is statistically hard defender sided. We'll see a lot of the. I wonder if they'll still play Chamber. I know a lot of international teams are still playing it. Omens versus Brimstones. I doubt we'll see an Astra from one of these teams. If we do, it'll be interesting. What sort of other Sentinel they'll play? What duelists? I know Team Liquid was playing Phoenix, but I don't know who else would.
I think Phoenix will come out, to be honest with you.
Phoenix good.
I mean, I'm a duelist player. I played duelist for a majority of the teams that I've been in. After we've tried to run a Phoenix and scrims, the flashes are just it's solo based flashes, which then again can be very helpful, but at the same time it can also affect your guys' team play. I feel playing a Neon, you guys need to be very coordinated, and a Jet is for a team that's just starting out, or a Raze even. But I still feel a Raze, you also want to be coordinated with your team going into sites that far.
If you're playing a Raze, I think you play the Fade or the Breach with it. You don't play a Sova, right? I
Yeah.
think Fade is more favorable on this map right now. So you could play like a double initiator setup with a Breach and a Fade, and then your Raze utility becomes infinitely more valuable with those nades. I mean, what controller do you guys pick up for this map? They're picking
This-
up for the
No,
For
second
this
I
map,
think.
we've been playing a lot of Omen. We've seen a lot of teams play Omen, but you still see the Brimstone come into play.
Hmm. You've seen
Um,
Gaven come out as
well,
the second map.
most teams that we've gone up against in ZA with the Brimstone pick, they take that Brimstone off of the site and they make him play lineups, which is like a different strategy to it. But
It's
what
sort
I've
of
seen
like
the
having a
most,
Viper.
yeah, what I've seen the most teams when they take Brimstone, they take him off of the site and he plays lineups.
So second map. Okay, wait. We picked second map Icebox. So Icebox is actually our second map. They were picking incorrectly.
So
So-
yeah, Icebox, but
Icebox comes out, so we'll see Vipers. Do you think everyone knows lineups at this level? I think lineups are the easiest way
I
to get
think-
better as a team.
Yeah, in lower elo, I think lineups is a crucial thing. You see it often, I think.
yeah,
Okay.
I must say in lower elo you do see a lot of lineups compared to higher elo.
I mean, I pick Viper and high elo, and I have no clue. Well, like higher elo, like even I've seen Ascendant to Immortal Vipers pick it, and they have no clue how to play it.
Yep.
So you
That's
see it come out. I think I've seen more Vipers with lineups in Platinum and Gold than I have seen in Ascendant to Immortal.
If I can say something to what you just said, Vox, also
Mhm.
call it. You see in the higher elo, they've already mastered their game so well. Their game sense is so high
Ban of
that it's not that hard for them to
pick up
to
Viper.
adapt to different agents.
So we're having Ascent, then Icebox. So with Icebox, we're gonna see a lot of A takes, I'm assuming, because A is impossible to hold. But we might see a bit of a mix here. And then our ban is onto Bind. We'll see what the second ban is.
I would say Bind's a pretty easy map for lower level teams.
I'd say Bind is an interesting ban because you might think that the other team might know it better than you. They might know the players opposite them better than we know them. So we could see a target ban of Bind out, possibly. Bind is a simple map to practice. It's also very hard to master, I think, with those
Very fun map
teleporters.
to play though.
I agree. I love playing Bind. It's my favorite map. We're seeing a Breeze ban. That is an interesting choice. I think Breeze is a great open map to play for any level.
100%.
It's... Yes. Wait, no? It means Haven's
Oh, wait,
Decider.
Yeah, we
It
picked
was Ascent. No,
we-
no. Someone picked Ascent and then picked Haven. So you saw a double ban by a double pick by accident. So it was Ascent, then Icebox, then Haven is what we're looking at. Which
Haven's the
is
decider.
Haven Decider. Always when an attacker favored map, I think it's slowly started to change. We've seen a lot of comp changes over the time. We've seen Haven as a map. We've seen interesting strategies. In terms of that really heavy dump on a main that's kind of gone out of fashion slowly, with the Astra being less prevalent, I think it's much more open to take
Mic check
space
1,
early.
2.
Okay.
Yes, but change teams.
Yeah, quick mic check.
But I changed teams.
There we
Getting
go.
mic checks out. These guys are loud.
Got a loud mic, bro.
Ascent Icebox Haven is going to be interesting. So, any predictions coming in?
Not really knowing any of the teams, so I think it's going to be quite an interesting matchup.
Okay, cool. I'm excited to see how it goes in game.
What's it called? I can't say anything. I don't know any of these players, so therefore I can't give you a prediction.
I'm excited to see these players though.
The only prediction I could give you is their names, which name I think is cooler and I want to win.
So, best name in the lobby. Who do you think it is?
Maybe Justin.
I
I think Justin would be a Phoenix main, honestly.
I think Tastic Rise is the best name we've seen so far in the scene. Maybe.
That is true.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All mute. That is very loud. You see, if they take any longer, we might go into load shedding time, and all of us will have no power.
Yeah, we should get starting soon.
Thank you,
Instead of
Quick, for
load shedding
coming
at
in.
10.
Yeah, same. That's great.
Yeah, we're just waiting for
Two
more players.
Okay, streaming casters are ready. Players are going into the correct sides now, I hope.
Yep, we're just waiting for 2 more players.
I don't know where they are. Oh my god, it's a coach. Hi, Tsuk. How you doing? I need to put my glasses on so I'm not blind, trying to look for players all the time. Yes, you can hear casters.
Is he
Otherwise, there
allowed
would be
to stream the
silence.
tournaments?
I believe you are allowed to stream POV. It's been a standard Mettlestate rule. I'm not sure. Winter,
What?
are they allowed to stream tournaments? Okay, cool.
Yeah, everyone's here.
Okay, we're good. We're going live.
Let's go. I'm excited to see the picks here.
You know, there's one thing I like watching is an Ascent game, especially if it's a good one.
Arena Insta.
Arena, bro.
Reina,
Okay.
wow.
You see the Sage coming through?
Sage. We're seeing the chamber out, which is is expected. We're seeing a Viper.
Viper on
Okay.
this map.
Are we gonna look at lineups the entire series? Is the interesting idea. So we know many players like lineups. I remember early on we saw a lot of SAVL lineups, and now we're seeing a lot of Viper lineups, and I've also seen Kara lineups. So this might be a play for lineups comp, which could be interesting to watch. We're seeing a Brimstone hover, Fade, double duelist, okay, and a Sage. So zero duelist into double duelist is quite interesting. Are
This
they
is
gonna
gonna
play?
be pretty interesting.
It's a thought out. If they've thought out the zero duelist team comp, I think it can work. I've seen people make it work, but otherwise, it could be all Aimner, Brain, Reina carrying a game. It is a possibility, but Viper
Select
lineups
your
might be
agent.
painful.
Just a Viper on the controller.
So they're going to be running a double duelist on
Mhm.
defense.
It's an interesting defensive choice, and the Brimstone. So they're limited to those 3 smokes now.
So what I'm taking from here is they're stopping their jet with the chamber up. And
Yes.
they're playing Arena, which we've seen one team do in the Champions,
Yes.
which is kind of. They didn't do it on this map, they did it on Haven, so it's quite an interesting take.
We got to remember that this isn't Champions, this is ZA, and we have a lot of different comps compared to the international scene.
Yeah.
It's always interesting sifting through what's going to make it through and what's going to be at the high level and what's going to be at the lower level for us. So, I think Viper on Ascent is not my favorite pick, especially as a single controller.
Yeah, it was
makes
good,
it-
like older, but now it's just gotten out of thing with when you have like controllers like Astra or
It's
even
also a
Omen.
one-dimensional take. You can put your wall down for one side and then it's pretty tough after that. I wonder what your A take looks like with just the Viper. Is there a lineup for the to Heaven? That would make it more possible for me, but I need to see what it looks like in game before I can judge.
What I'm taking from this is they have this, but they have the KO, they have the Viper. I think they're going to use their wall to split sight in half, type of vibe, and flash through the wall and dart through the wall to get that info. I don't think they're going to use their smokes to cover some of the choke points, which it will do, but I feel they're going to cut the side in half and play with the one half and then move to the other half. Yeah, well, especially with the Viper, that's how I feel like Viper would be played on this map.
It's definitely going to be an uphill battle playing a Viper, but I can see it done. I'm not against it, but it's not my favorite pick.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the comp is perfectly fine for me.
Or we might just see a B only execute, because it's the only wall I know for Vipers is B.
Yeah,
that I
it's
can
the
see.
B one.
I've seen someone do an A orb lineup for Heaven and then the cross door. That's the only variation I've seen that worked very well in the game I've played, but I've never seen this work outside of ranked pub stomp.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to be surprised. Can we go in? Someone's already bought the new knife. That enemy, the Viper has already got that new knife out. It's beautiful. Ban's always good. Okay, we've seen the Brimstone happen towards B here, right? So I'm always curious as to where you play the Brimstone on this map due to his limited ability to smoke. I think you have a mid and you just jump spot it, but you could see a lot of options come out. I feel like are they doing a heavy B lean for defense, and attack side seems to be going towards B. What is the spike wall?
Yeah, what is that?
Cutting
I
off
was about to
mid-cutting.
say.
Okay, it's to cover the mid cat.
Smoke's down.
Okay, interesting dart coming out. Their Brimstone already smoked off. It seems
It's
to be
racing towards
AFK.
CC. It's gonna be a 5-man
They're
retake.
just going straight out through chambers, waiting behind the
Reina
spike.
with a kill. AFK Jet.
I'm not sure if this jet's gonna come back, right? Rennie gets another kill.
Oh, there we go, the jet is back.
Fade on the flank already.
Upper.
Chambers there. Okay.
Good kill from Shadow.
Enemy remaining.
Chamber on
Chamber all
RG4.
alone. Holding his
They walled
BTR.
off B main.
I'm not quite sure. I think he's DC'd. 2000 ping for 2 of them. That makes sense. I think we might see a tech timeout.
Yeah, I do agree with you there.
2000
That thing
and
is
3000 ping.
looking unplayable right there.
That looked rough. Are we gonna see a tech pause coming?
No charges left.
This does not look favorable. Playing on this sort of ping is just impossible. I know people say 160 is a lot, but that's a fair amount of.
Do they know that they can call it tech, or because they're all just sitting in their spawn?
We disconnected, probably
Three
restored.
disconnects. I think
What does this mean
we
for the
just
defender
save
side?
and use this as a tech timeout, right?
Yep.
You could just be tactics
for
here.
them, but
Could just play slow, yeah. Try to buy as much time as possible for 2
Revealing
minutes.
area.
This dart's interesting. It just covers sight, but doesn't say. It doesn't like look towards where you're coming out. One reconnected. He's down to 500. Okay. Ping seems to be slightly better. Viper takes all. We've had both
Launching
reconnected.
smoke.
They're pushing out mid here.
Both reconnected, not moving though.
both playing on 800 ping though.
This is looking rough.
Yeah, Sage coming back from
Ooh! Free kill. Spectre out. That's
This
2
could
kills.
be an attacker sided round.
See the jet there taking a lot of damage.
All the players going
Yeah.
towards mid, no?
We see Chamber back in spawn. Sage gets one. Jet 15 HP towards market.
30 seconds left.
We saw the stages were healed like in the beginning of the game.
So we're pushing through mid lurking. Could be going towards A now, Viper.
Okay, Viper's working up. We're seeing a tandem work through mid here, and the Jet's still holding market on like 15 HP.
I
Jet's
think they're
taking
trying to
out.
put pressure to B
10
to make them
seconds
think
left.
it's B, but they're gonna go A.
A-plant comes
some of the
through,
kill.
but no one else is towards A.
That Viper wall is lovely.
3v1, yeah. 3v2.
This is 2v1 because of
Actually,
the
yeah,
okay.
2v1.
One enemy remaining.
Very doable. Viper rolls up.
Toxin screen
The
down.
Viper's just got like 1 HP.
Viper all coming in play. Should we want to go around? 2 HP though.
The Sage just needs a good spray.
He doesn't know. Ooh,
Wow.
and that's the round. 2 AFKs.
Here comes the oh.
Wait, he's not
Actually, not
defusing.
getting the defuse?
They would.
I believe he doesn't have it.
He does
Yeah,
not have it.
He doesn't get it.
Good run by attackers.
That
2
is
AFK.
really good. Well played by Shatterax.
Oh, they're gonna call it tech.
Should we tell them to pull pick?
Yeah, tell them.
There's a
Oh,
timeout.
they did that.
It's a waste of a timeout.
I feel like also for future tournaments, we need to teach the teams the
How to,
tech pause and timeout pause.
Yeah, I mean, there's the 5-minute limit on a tech pause, but tech timeouts are way more valuable for team. They need to know that these are their times to speak in the team and work out what's going wrong, instead of just this is tech, yes to internet. Are they in the same room? Is this just like a Wi-Fi
it could be.
just on fire? This is not good.
Maybe
But-
same internet provider?
Same ISP, ESCOM plus Telcom together. Just
We're
does not
still in the
work.
first 5 rounds, so if they want, they can call us to go back to the lobby and reset the server. There is that option.
I don't think with this type of ping, a reset to the server is going to help at all.
Agreed.
Yeah, you could also swap it to Bahrain or Paris to a different server to make it more playable for them.
This is
Honestly, I don't think it's the server, to be honest.
They
It's
have
just-
money.
Yeah.
They could buy into this, but if I was them, I'd tech time out rather than tech.
I want to
Just
verbally tell them because I don't think they know.
Venice probably will buy into this.
Make them fight.
They do
Yes,
know
they-
that 2 are AFK, so it is a 5v3.
They're gonna save.
They should save. Shatterax
Oh,
is still
the
buying
Viper
me here.
buys the
Always
Vandal.
confident.
Hero Vandal. We're gonna see some god players come out of him.
Should we talk about a tech pause for them? Their chamber's back again. They've got some util to work with, but this Reyna's
Push
working
up
up
mid,
there.
right now, push up mid, get a free
Spike
kill.
down B.
Just Sage is also pushing
Oh,
out.
that's a good trade.
Sova actually getting the kill.
Not
See,
shooting the
two
horn.
So it was quite low.
Still getting the kill.
2 players pushing mid now. Could the Sova get a free kill?
Unlucky. Lost to an AFK.
Lucky.
That should be the round. Unless they still don't know. He sees him. Unless he didn't notice.
One enemy remaining.
I might call a tech for him. He's
I
unfortunate.
think call it, yeah, call it.
Actually, I don't think casters can call techs. No, he can't.
Guys, go into the settings quickly, go to your cheats, and just press pause, and just wait for them to fix the internet before you guys play more rounds.
Okay, cool. So we have a tech pause. And hopefully they can work out whatever the hell.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to come back.
So,
Yeah, it is on now.
so seeing the way these teams play, the defense is certainly taking mid control. They're pushing this Reyna straight out every round. Like, there hasn't been any care in the world to looking for anything else. The casters can't tech forward.
It will lead into a surrender. Unless they want to play a 3v5 out.
3v5 is really difficult. Borderline impossible. So they're pushing through mid. This Reyna's going up mid every round. Do you think that's an easy punish? I think you just swing from top mid. You get the Sova dart in, and you just take the free kill every round, right? This KO is moving with 2 free kills with the Sova dart.
I feel definitely if you're a 3-stack, you play together.
Yeah, I think taking mid control is not one of the plays.
This was
can work
buying
out,
the
though.
mid control from them that they're consistently taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is 5 people taking map control.
Well, I mean, if they
After
use the
after
Viper
should
wall, if they can use the Viper wall and the orb, the Viper wall to smoke off mid cat, then orb to smoke mid bottom, they can push for that quick mid control, and see how far they can get through that, and they can decide because they have control of both sectors where they want to push, if they want to push to market or if they want to push to tree.
I think the Viper wall here is, it's like they gotta plug it in somewhere and just use it for like the rest of the game to make a normality of it. So like
Yeah.
consistently deny cat control, consistently deny like the A site, like split in half times. They never quite know what's going. That way.
They also took Viper because of defense. They're attacking first. I do kind of see Viper could be kind of really good for if you go to tree, you can smoke mid bottom and B main, and then throw an orb A main.
It might be a comfort pick.
Yeah, also that.
If he's super comfortable in Viper and only Viper, just let him play Viper. But I still
think it's
think you
more
need a
comfort.
second controller. It's just not viable to play Viper only, I don't think. But I mean, he's 3 for 3, he's the top of the team, he's tied for top of the lobby right now with entire defense side almost having 3 kills. He's the only one who's been able to play really on his team consistently. So I think seeing it, I think it's easy to like figure that out
Yeah.
if you're comfortable on it. Still with the 3000 ping from both these players, I think they need their brothers to get off the internet or something. I have no clue what's going on.
You guys
They
could
there's
decide to try play a different server and play from the beginning because you guys are not that far into the game.
Unfortunate still.
The
sitting there.
internet, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
I have all of them muted, so maybe I should probably unmute everyone. I can't unmute everyone.
It
so I
could
need
be
to-
downloading.
So what are they downloading? Causing 3000 ping is pretty rough. This is why you don't get rain, guys. Seeing another reconnect here. Still sitting at
Keep reconnecting,
3000.
disconnecting.
Have they tried Cloudflare?
I don't think that's
What
okay.
they're saying right now is that they both playing in the same room and they wireless. So I don't think Cloudflare would help much.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with servers or anything related. It's them, just their ISP. It's either the connection's too slow for both of them.
That's unfortunate. If they've consistently played together, then I wonder why it's doing this now. ISP issues, man. ISP and wireless, man. That's just struggles. They could reschedule and try
I
work on
think a
something.
reschedule should come and play. Yeah.
If both teams agree, maybe.
It's an
The
hour
other
and
team
20
does have
minutes.
all 5 here.
Yep.
It is unfortunate.
I think a reschedule would be the best option.
I was listed to see that Icebox play. It was,
Yep.
you know,
Same. Well, I mean, if they reschedule, I think they have to play the same big bands, right? And the same comps as are currently here. I feel like that's a fair play. If you're rescheduling, you're using the same big bands, you're playing the same maps, you play the same agents as you can also. I don't think you start off 2-1, which is kind of unfortunate that they are 2 players down. I didn't know how to call a tech yet. So,
feel you. I'm not too sure up with the rescheduling rules. So
I'm not sure if there is, but considering the environment we live in with ISPs, I
should
feel like
be,
they
yeah.
should be able to, considering what we have going on here. It's not a case of, I mean, clearly they play the game, and they are in the same room, so maybe they consistently play this game together. A full ISP breakdown like this could be due to load shedding, and I feel
It is probably guaranteed due to load shedding.
so become a private customer like Lesotho, Botswana stuff are, so that they
So I
can.
feel a lot of companies and a lot of like overseas like servers and stuff will start basing here in Cape Town.
Well, we
I
used
feel
to
like-
have all the servers here,
Yeah.
and now that the AWS data center is mainly in Cape Town and the Western Cape, we'll see more of that again. Riot uses AWS to host, so if we ever got a Valorant server, it would be Cape Town based.
Yeah.
Okay, already, let's give it a go. Seems to be better. It's on 700. How is that better?
It was on 200, and then it just goes straight back up.
That is not
But
bad.
unfortunately, I think they're gonna have to play it out.
Okay, we're gonna see a play out on 1,700 and 3,300 ping. It's gonna be a rough one. And I feel like a half this casting crew is gonna have load shedding in an hour, right?
Yep.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock.
We see the same server dot come out here.
And
a
a
different
Foss B.
battle.
Foss B, interesting play.
Is this dot seeing this?
Reina pushing mid, could she get the kill on KO?
This Reyna has been down mid here in tiles every single round. They have not punished it. She's gonna catch them.
All's coming in play.
Again.
Landing. They're on the AFK posting.
Fade orb in.
All three there, flash coming out, 3 kills here.
Reyna just farming. This is straight up bullying by the
And he's
Reyna.
gonna go for the ace. Lost his AFK.
This is unfortunate.
Haste coming in from the defender side.
This is really hard. I feel terribly sorry for the team with going 3v5 into it. I think it's very demoralizing to come in having practiced and figured out your style of play. I mean, came in with an interesting back pick. I'm surprised the Chamber and them aren't dropping at least, because that would mean that they have internet guns at least to work with. But obviously they try to figure something out with Viper, and now they're getting screwed by the ping.
Yeah.
Papa pushing the same
Server
place
dot.
again.
Spike down A.
Not gonna shoot the server dots, still holding the angle.
Viper now has a gun. Jet's still pushing out.
Just gonna swing this.
Unfortunate. They're pushing out.
Upper trading out.
Now we see them rotate across the B side, but Reyna's already in the zone.
Viper,
Last
Viper
player
was in for
standing.
that Reyna's
1v4.
And the Reyna finds another kill.
Reyna
Reyna
3K.
is honestly uncontested and running through mid, doing whatever she wants. So it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
You need to take the space away from the Reyna. Even if you're 3 versus 5, you need to take the space away from her, so it makes it slightly harder. She's been in your spawn every single round, and you need to adapt to that.
Yeah, I
This
feel
A hit-
a default is really necessary, yeah. And wait for that Reyna aggro and catch her.
Yeah,
That's
the whole
all.
team's being very aggressive. Even Jet's pushing through A main every single round. I think just waiting for them, maybe together, holding crossfires, definitely could counter this Reyna.
They
Also,
did the server part to stop the close checks.
Also
Reyna
feels
doing the
I think
same
it-
for
thing.
them to do this as a 3v5.
Reyna's already in their spawn. Both AFKs have been killed, 2 versus 5. Fade low on HP. Flashbang out.
For you.
Fade util coming out here.
One
We're getting
enemy
close.
remaining.
They are dead.
Flawless.
That's
They were kind
It's
of
a bloodbath.
finished there.
It's an honest bloodbath. Reyna 13, 3 and 3 already. Yami Reaper is really having a field there. This Jet ult's online. The Brimstone hasn't even gone off of this Marshall. This
They
is,
need to.
I feel like the Brimstone going to certain sites and sitting in a certain site. I do see he can hold the site much longer than suppose other agents. I do kind of see why they're keeping the Brimstone to be, but at the same time, like you said, you'd rather have the Brimstone play in mid.
this
That's
double
how they
kill
do
here
that.
evens the odds actually. Now it is 3v3. Brimstone's still on the Marshall.
Jet
Jet's in his
is
spawn
on the
behind him.
flank.
Ooh,
Jet
unfortunate.
whiffing.
Now Sage peeks out from Catwalk getting that free kill. Now they're
Both guys
stuck,
in mid.
bottom mid.
2 of the players on the flank.
We see
Should take
KO
one.
down.
Here.
Lost in market, not much you can do. He's gonna push
Sure.
straight into Brimstone. The timing,
Brimstone's still with us, Marshall.
both of them looking away. The timing on this peak.
Oh my gosh, the timing.
Could he find the Jet here?
He could. Oh, he gets
Brimstone.
seized.
And Jet finishing him off. Last
Down.
two
Okay.
AFK. There's another
It's-
defender around making it 6-1.
It's just difficult to honestly look at. It's just it feels horrible to see
30
players
seconds
get
left.
honestly screwed like this. He's going for the knife. Oh, he's
It's hard to watch.
One enemy remaining.
No, they're giving it to the Sage for ulti orbs. I mean, they're still playing the smart, giving this to the Sage for ulti orbs.
Very, very close round. One of the closest rounds I've seen so far.
Those picks at the start really helped. See, they took mid control away from them really early, and they gave it their all. It's really hard. They're getting collapsed on the whole time. They don't have anything to watch flanks without those chamber trips. Really, really devastating. Especially Viper's a pseudo sentinel, right? On defense side, she'll actually be pretty good. And now you're hinging your attack on that chamber, and it's impossible without him. Brimstone switching off the Marshall to the AllStar now. Reyna walking through the smoke.
Could get a free kill here. And the Viper dismissed coming back.
Does he know the second one's in the smoke? Gets traded.
1v4. With the Ares.
Reveal coming through.
The
Coming
ultimate.
out. Brimstone's holding this with an AWP. But he's going back.
Flash coming in.
One enemy
He knows
remaining.
he's in.
Well,
Got the
ulti
trade on his
fade.
AFK teammates. Jet's holding this for him. But does he come back? He
That's holding
does.
up.
Jet with the one tap.
The timing on that, I was still pulling out to util.
So unlucky. I just noticed that this Sage has not died at all. 7-0 and 4. But
Yo.
that Reyna looking kind of hard. The
Oh,
reconnect's
seen
coming
that.
in again. Thing is still
still
high.
counting.
No, it's 2,000. 3,000. This is rough. I just wish they could. See, if they had people playing in mid to punish this Reyna, they could have just shot her straight through the wall. She got revealed behind a very wall bangable wall. The Viper ult coming in to get them onto side. From holding this with an ult makes it much harder.
Shit.
Timing on that he's going through again.
Both.
The Sage is doing a grim wall, it looks like.
It is, but it's not.
Spike
2 on
planted.
side. This is winnable. Viper ult.
Viper ult comes
One
down.
enemy
ult.
remaining.
Big backside.
The
AllStar
Sage
boxes.
traded his teammates.
So much through.
Series of unfortunate events we have here.
How much
There's
the
a
Viper
Sage
could have done there.
Brimstone getting ult now as well. The ult gets carried over. See a lot of trading for these ultimate ults, and you can see that even though this is a very unfortunate game where they're 3 versus 2, right? Yami and the boys are still going to click those ulti ults. They're still switching out who gets the bomb defuse. They're still caring about their ultimate ult. They are actually that fundamental, which is good to see. They're not like BMing in a way. They are going to farm the kills and spawn.
Keep up.
Reyna has just gotten a million kills of her. But here we're seeing Jet getting tested, 3 versus 1.
Here.
Arrow coming out, shoots the arrow.
Big push here.
Very good
Getting a
pick.
kill.
Also,
3 starts in A.
Will they know? to
Reyna
take
going
this?
for the AFK. Kills once again.
Screen down.
They haven't taken any space yet. Very hesitant.
And they've already been rotated on, and they spawn's been changed. Good,
Good kill. K ult.
They're gonna close the door. They're still not closing the door. Ah, he walks the wrong way to the Brimstone.
Spike
Here
down
1v2
A.
situation. Doesn't know one's on the flank.
He does because they killed him in spawn.
True.
Brimstone on the AWP.
One enemy
Very
remaining.
winnable. I think the ult's not necessary because it also gives away your position completely. He doesn't know the Brimstone all the way back here.
But it also gives you a stamina boost with your gun, doesn't it? The ult.
Yes. You
Yes,
can
it
shoot
does.
faster.
30 seconds left.
Really good finally closing this door.
Plan coming through. Molly's still in play.
No,
You
Molly's
got the
not.
info of where
Yeah.
Brimstone is, so...
How's Brim AFK? What is this game?
I'm out.
Yep. He has timed
I
out.
think his mouse is... Yeah, his mouse died.
Oh my gosh. Are we gonna see a second round on the board for them? Yes, we are.
You.
This game has blown my mind with the DC, the high ping, the mouse disconnects now. The first round, remember, we had the defending Jet and Sage AFK as well. We have seen so much turmoil out of South Africa's cup because of the TCs and everything that this is the classic South African esports experience. This is everything.
That said it better.
This is everything. Classic, right? We've got DCs, we've got mouse time, we've got high ping. Ah, it's beautiful. This is what you come to watch in this country, and it's
This is
honestly
South African Valorant. Definition of South African Valorant.
Fade reveal coming in, picks up nobody. They're leaning towards B side here with this interesting mid-split Viper wall. I honestly can't quite tell. You give that split. Be interesting. You can see the Sage wall over this if you wanted.
Well, the
1v3.
Viper's worked up quite far on B. Does the Brimstone get the timing,
The timing on
Viper?
that. He's gonna make noise drop.
Well, he's got the info that Viper's on site that he can give to his team.
Wait, does he have the info?
You should have now. Bomb has gone
Spike
down.
planted.
Pretty sure he does have the info and he's just holding for more pushing on main. But I feel
that
they're gonna
Sage
be
will come
playing
out.
lineups.
Reyna on the flanks.
Reyna gets the kill.
Last player
Viper
standing.
falling from the backside.
Last one.
1v5.
We see
It's
the
fine,
run and
take
gun
it
come
down,
out, and
yeah.
it doesn't hit the kill.
I think they were playing lineups there because there was two sitting in main.
Flawless. Nothing's perfect.
I'm not sure.
But
It's
that was
then you'd want the
perfection.
Viper offside, no?
Last round before the switch.
Yeah,
And they'd be playing further back. That server lineup is way further back in main, as far as I remember. And then the KO I can see coming from B main, so I'm not sure. What was that round? That round was a Classico. We see a 9-3 possibility. Do you think if they curse them and then get their players back, do you think it becomes... We see another
could
DC
work.
fantastic, right?
and 9-3 curse. I'd love to see that.
9-3
It is
far place
3v4. It's
The 7
3v4.
dot stops the jet from pushing out.
That was a good adaptation, considering they kept getting killed by it. They're not killing the fade reveals.
It is actually a smart play though. They did say one of them's gonna disconnect from the same internet that they're both on, and then the one's gonna play, so the one will actually have good internet. So this will make it a 4v3. I mean 5v4.
Yeah, that would be quite a
There's
smart
some good
idea.
trades that have happened here, putting it in a 2v3 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Justin will.
1v3. The Brimstone is still sitting on that side. Oh, he is the AFK, so it's 2v1.
Reyna's the flank.
Did slip through. They are
Do they
aware,
know?
They
He's
are
going
aware.
back down mid. I don't think the Brimstone's AFK. I think he's just...
He is. Press tab.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He is.
Yeah. This is a winnable round.
Very runnable. But then
He is
again,
the
he's
11 and 10.
very low. He can get wallbanged easily.
30 seconds
That's
left.
very true. Reyna's already figured sussed this out. And they do have a Sage on their side coming in.
Donald will come through though.
Reyna's already
planted.
pushing.
Need this.
Does he realize how close he is?
And
Yeah,
then
he's
timing on that.
Someone in chat saying this is why we moved to a different country. I mean, fact. But like,
Did you really expect them to work?
we're
No,
seeing-
people say move to a different country. Each country
Switching
has
sides.
its own problems. We just don't
I
see other
agree.
country problems. I mean, we live in like a very beautiful country, and
How often
what
have
they
you heard
build
about a
it-
school shooting?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people I know who have moved
Being
overseas.
run by 13-year-olds and
Yeah.
like stealing scooters and shit.
A
You
lot
get
of
that in the UK.
a lot of things I've seen of people who move overseas is they come back saying they miss the way of life in SA. As much as we have load shedding, as much as we have all this gawk, we have a really good culture of people around us, and I think that's hard to find. They're playing no one on B, which is really interesting. They're leading this fade towards B. Oh, he's bringing him back now. So this heavy alien comes out really clutch. Wow, they're
They
all
come back
circling
and they have both standard.
Server
ping.
getting the kill. And defense actually has a chamber on 200 ping.
Yeah. Ah,
Server going for these peaks is not quite successful. Renan peeking up mid. Falls back to market. One drops into Sabrosa. You see? They're playing triple mid here. Oof, the trade's
Trades.
coming in, not looking favorable.
Yo.
Viper coming back in.
this Viper is coming close right now.
Viper doing
Take
70
out
damage.
Sage.
This is looking completely winnable.
1v2 situation though.
What is this crosshair?
No, I looked at you.
Viper's prediction is they're gonna go ace if you're sitting there.
30
Hard
seconds
push on
left.
B though. Smokes are gonna come through.
Makes the wrong side pick. Unfortunate, but he'll have to play retake on this. It's doable at the moment. No
I mean,
armor on
even the
anyone.
shots that he was hitting there in mid, I mean, it's very doable.
Plant coming in, 13 seconds.
Station coming through.
I haven't seen that plant, so I want to see how they play this.
It's interesting.
Launching smoke.
Both disconnect coming back in for the defense. It's really unfortunate. But this Viper
Sage
has
gets
been
the
getting
timing.
shot, and that's
and the
unfortunate.
timing.
I think Sage is gonna go hunt for these kills for ulti ult. But they both reconnected.
They're back. Can they come
One
back in
enemy
time?
Unfortunately not.
Uh,
Justin with the 2 AFK kills.
He's got 5 ulti points already. Round 2. Think
I mean,
about that.
the Sage is going 12-1, so. But then again, they also have 2 AFKs. But
To close out this game, I think a fast push could just finish them.
Yeah,
Two
I mean,
Marshall, three
they have to
Marshall.
gamble towards one side, right?
yeah, they saw what happened mid. They saw they were stacking towards mid, so I would say a site would be the best prediction.
Half man rush, it's just
I'm not sure about this Viper.
questionable.
It's giving her a chance to push. No, it doesn't help her out aiming.
You could angle it better because the field doesn't spot him. The timing of the server moving back from the main allows the rain to finish.
The Viper
know.
pushed back.
Okay. Server notices, gets the kill.
Yeah,
dashing through.
Unlucky.
That's a good move for the Jet.
Boys being closed.
It's a 2v4.
Don't know if we're gonna have map 2 and how it's gonna go. Defense gets another kill over. Now it is 2v3.
We're probably gonna watching the smoke. Maybe get the jet. Just misses the shots. 1v3 situation for Sova pushing through catwalk. He does have his arrow in play.
Revealing area.
Don't know how it fares when it comes so far.
Gets the fade. Does get tagged in the process.
Is this an 8's clutch coming up? Unfortunately not.
Lost to AFK. Jet will probably get the kills.
Is he not killing them?
Is she not?
Okay.
I
Good
don't-
sportsmanship.
I think she thinks they. I don't know.
Match point.
That is confusing.
I would have gone for the kills. Get
Same.
that ult online.
Would have had the ult, right? Just got the ult up.
The Reyna's a calm 24-9.
I must say the arena is quite good, but then it's like it's
Half
so
of those
close
kills being
to a
AFK kills.
game.
I think it's even more, maybe a good 60%. Because they're both 0 and 12, that could be all of a kill.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's so unfortunate seeing it. Oh, Reyna with another one.
I wish
Just
they
a
were
couple.
AFK because it's been looking like quite a good game. The Viper's been able to take 3, so I would like to see how that would have gone down.
I would have liked to see it as a 5v5. I think we could have had a much more competitive game. It could have been more interesting.
Yeah.
Just play retake, yeah. It's a smart move. They're planting for wine and
Planted.
main, so both sides. But
2v2.
Viper walking through the smoke.
Here.
The
Timing on that.
that.
Good Viper.
What?
Just seen by
Jet
Jets.
getting the free kill.
KO
Now
on
the
flank.
AFK.
Shoot.
Reyna getting the 2
Gets the
AFK
tag.
kills and last one time. It's a
And the
kill.
kill.
Good conversion.
We can see a lot from this
It's
game.
not the Vandal. Should he get the kill here? All 3 blind.
He's got one.
Oh my
two.
god.
Oh,
That was close to the
Attackers win.
very
Someone
close.
in chat was saying kick them so they don't get their orbs. If you kick the person from the lobby, they're still in. They can still get the orbs from it.
It's hard work customs, right?
Yeah.
Also, in customs, their body will never despawn. You don't get that extra stuff.
Yeah.